Hey everyone, so it's been a while since I made a video. The last one I was just driving home in the car. I've been riding my bike a lot lately, so I decided to make another riding video today. It is September 1st, 2023, and a lot has gone on lately. A lot has happened lately. I am on my way to get my tattoo redone. About 13 years ago, I had a Penrose triangle tattooed on my arm, and I didn't really give it much thought as to like meaning or anything when I got it. I kind of just wanted a tattoo at the time, and I liked the design of the Penrose triangle, so I had that done on my arm. But especially since transitioning, it feels too masculine, like the placement and just that right there. So I reached out to a tattoo shop, Alchemy Tattoo in St. Louis, and my artist Bree just sent me the design she came up with, and I love it. I'm gonna have the tattoo. The current tattoo itself is gonna be like an old stone ruin, and then it's kind of being overgrown by really vibrant flowers around it. It's kind of just to represent my transition, because that's kind of what it feels like. Is my old life being? I don't really know. I don't know if I want to put it like that. Put it like my old life being left in the past, being overgrown by my new life. But that's kind of how it feels. Just by, like, in general now, I feel so much brighter and happier and more lively. So that's my reasoning for that design. So I'm really excited to get it done. It's probably going to be a couple of months to get it done. In 2 weeks from next Tuesday, so 18 days from now is my consult for surgery with Dr. Gray in Kansas City. Really excited for that. I'm really hoping things start happening more and happening faster than they have been. This Saturday I have my fourth electrolysis session for getting ready for surgery. That is definitely not fun, but I'm really happy that it's actually happening. I'm just keeping my mind on the goal and realizing and thinking about how this is a important step of the goal. It's like the biggest step before. I've already got both of my letters, one from my therapist who I see regularly, and one from a psychiatrist they referred me to in Kansas City. I did a telehealth appointment with them, and it felt a little weird talking about such personal stuff with them, but I'm just really happy I got both of those letters done and submitted to Kansas City. So a couple of other steps out of the way. I'm really hoping I can get surgery done before those letters expire, because they're good for a year. The letters have to be within a year of surgery, so hopefully that won't be an issue, but it probably won't be that hard to get updated with letters. Something I've noticed lately is I'm becoming a lot more comfortable with who I am. It's like I'm going through levels of self-acceptance and stuff like that. Like I got comfortable with thinking of myself as trans, and then I got comfortable with thinking of myself as a trans girl, and now when I think of myself, the trans part isn't as important. I don't feel like I need to pay as much attention to that qualifier, because I'm starting to feel, just when I think of myself, it's like, yeah, I'm a woman. And when I kind of had that realization, it was kind of an amazing feeling. I am doing good on my weight loss. When I started trying to lose weight, I was averaging around 226 or so. And I had been steady around that weight for the past 15 or so years. And I've been just paying closer attention to my portions and eating better, eating less, well, trying to eat as little junk food as possible, because before I pretty much lived on junk food. Now, most evenings my dinners are just salads with like eggs, mushrooms, onions, olives, chicken. And luckily I don't really get tired of food after eating it over and over and over and over. So that's helped out a lot. My only issue is I buy too many groceries and they just start going bad before I actually finish them. So I started out at 226. Last time I got on the scale, I was 209. And last week, one time I got on the scale, when the numbers were still fluctuating, it stayed at around, it flashed 206 for a second. So I'm definitely still losing weight, which I'm really excited about. It's definitely showing. This has been the first time, I don't remember how long, that I haven't had an actual belly. And my belly's pretty much flat now, which feels really nice. I feel I can experiment more with clothing that wouldn't necessarily have looked great on me before, but like the past couple of weeks when I went to the thrift store, I found a couple of really cute little tank tops that I love wearing because they show off what curves I have now. What else? Really, those are the big parts. Oh, red light. Let's see. I'm hoping for surgery to be in late spring of 2023. And my electrologist says that's quite possible, because apparently I have not as much hair as most people, and it's going a lot faster than the average, so I'm really thankful for that. I've been trying to sell my dirt bike just to get some extra money to help pay what medical bills I have now and pay off my remaining balance for my laser for my face, and then put the rest toward the electrolysis. And I put it on Facebook, and like 25 people have messaged me, but it's like they messaged me, asked me if it's still available. I said yeah, and that's all I hear. None of them have made definite plans to come take a look at it, which is really frustrating. I need to put it on Craigslist this weekend because I want to get that gone, because I don't ride it anymore. It's just taking up space in the garage, and I really need the money. GPS on the phone is really frustrating. because it took me this weird route just to get on the highway, which I normally get on every day, because I don't remember exactly where to go for this to get to the shop. I had my consult like 2 or 3 months ago, but my artist got sick and she had to postpone for like a month. So I was supposed to have started this process over a month ago. People are messaging me. I'm just really happy to finally get this done, because I feel I consider this part of my transition, because this tattoo represents my transition. And right now, just having the tattoo I have on my arm, how it is right now, it feels a little weird when I'm wearing sleeveless shirts. I'm definitely excited to have a tattoo that has a more feminine feel to it. So hopefully we're going to get most of the outline done today, and then start doing the shading on my next appointment in like a month or so. Really, that's about it. I don't want to stretch this video out, just try to find things to talk about just to fill time. So this will be a relatively short video. Hopefully it turns out good. I was going to shoot yesterday, but I forgot my... well, I was going to shoot it Wednesday, but I forgot the bolt to hold my GoPro to my helmet. And then I remembered that I was going to shoot this again yesterday, but I forgot my microphone. So finally I remembered both, so I can finally do this video. So that's pretty much it. I hope things are going really, really good. I'm doing better and better by the day mentally, and life is kind of amazing now. There'll probably be an update relatively soon. Hi everyone, it's September 2nd, and I thought I'd just add a little bit. I just left my 4th electrolysis session, and oh my god, that hurt. Definitely not fun. Actually going through this process now makes some people's arguments that people are being pushed into transition and surgery, that is absolutely ridiculous. You can't really go through the surgery unless you really, really, really want it. There's a lot of time, pain, and expense involved in this. There's a whole lot to this process that you cannot take lightly. It's just so much bigger than people like to think. Like some people think, hey, people just go out and get surgery. Yeah, no, it's a multi-year process. But that's just something that was on my mind right after a very painful hour. One kind of amusing thing that happened last week when I was driving home from work. Lately I've started to sing along to music just to help practice working on my voice. And lately I've been getting back into listening to Taylor Swift music, because my friend Caroline on Facebook has been talking about her music a lot lately, and I realized, oh yeah, I have a ton of her music on my computer. And one of the songs I hadn't heard in years came up the other day, and that really hit me emotionally a lot more than I expected. It was Never Grow Up. As I heard it, it's like, oh, I haven't heard this in years, and I started singing along to it, and then just really thinking about the story being told. And it kind of made me think of what my mom went through raising us, and what it would be like to be a mom. And just those emotions start welling up and hitting me really hard at that moment. So I was half singing, half crying, driving down the road, singing that song. That's one of the kind of weird things about transitions. Like, before transition, I never really thought of having a kid or being a parent. I definitely couldn't imagine myself being a dad, but when I started transitioning, I could start to imagine what it would be like to be a mom and be a parent. For me personally, biological kids is not an important thing for me. So even though I am going through medical transition, I could still imagine being a parent. Either if I met someone who had a kid, or if I met someone and we decided to adopt. It's something I would actually consider now, and I could actually imagine seeing myself being in that role. One thing that I love right now is my best friend has a little 4-year-old son, and it's really fun hanging out, playing with him. And Chrissy's referred to me as one of his favorite adult people, so that was really sweet. So when I was kind of cry singing to that song, I was thinking about Orion and what it would be like to have a kid. And like I said, biological kids is not an important part to me. So it's not like I'm regretting going through transition and medical transition where I'm not going to be able to have kids. That part doesn't bother me. This is one of the things I talked about in therapy last week, and it's just something I'm thinking more and more about. What else? One thing I have noticed in, especially my last therapy session, is I feel like I'm getting a bit more expressive when I talk. I'm trying to like consciously fluctuate my tone so I'm not speaking so monotone. And it's starting to become a natural thing. It's starting to become normal. And I've heard a lot of people talk about how when you're doing voice training, the pitch isn't as important as like how you speak. So that's one of the things I've been focusing on lately. I've been singing along to music in the car, and that's helped with both my range and my pitch. Someone messaged me. So that's a little update I wanted to tack on. I haven't edited the first video from yesterday yet. I'll probably do that sometime this weekend. I got my tattoo. Well, I mentioned this in the first video, but I got my tattoo done, or started. We did 2 hours last night. She got all the line work done, and I'm really, really happy with it. It's going to be awesome once I get the color done next month. But I'm really happy I did that, it just adds a lot more meaning to that tattoo that I've had for 13 years, which I didn't put much thought or meaning into when I got it. I was in my 20s. I just wanted a tattoo. So I'm glad I was able to get it changed and make it into something a lot more meaningful. Because now it represents my transition in like old life versus new life. And I'm really, really happy with it so far. I've still got the plastic on it, so it's all, the lines have all kind of blended a bit, so it's not looking that great right now, but I'm going to take that off tomorrow, get it cleaned up. Hopefully it looks better. So that's about it. Hopefully my dirt bike sells today. Someone's supposed to be coming to look at it this afternoon. If that sells, that money is going to go to paying off medical bills, paying off my laser, and the rest of the money from that and my bonus next week is going to electrolysis. So hopefully I'm in a really good position money-wise for quite a while. So hopefully that goes through. Hopefully they don't try to lowball me really bad. I'm asking $1,500 for it. I feel like I'll be a little lucky to get the full amount, but I would be okay with letting it go for like $1,000. So hopefully I get more than that. That's about it. That's all I can think of right now. I didn't really want to make it into a very long video for this. I kind of feel like I'm just getting better at collecting my thoughts and organizing them and then expressing them in these videos. I don't have as much, well, as I say that now, I'm having a pause, but I don't have as much of a pause trying to collect my thoughts and think about what I want to say. I think that's mainly just me getting used to talking more in general. And so, okay, I'm going to leave it there before I start rambling. Bye.